the background between their talk. Thank you very much. Now we move on to our next news. In South Korea, special prosecutors have filed a request to detain former Prime Minister Han Duck-Soo over his role in the country's martial law crisis. The move marks a new phase in the far-reaching investigation into the December 2024 declaration that rocked Seoul's democracy. Han was reinstated earlier this year as acting president after the Constitutional Court overturned his own impeachment. The same court in April confirmed the impeachment of ousted President Suk-Yeol, permanently removing him from office. Yoon now faces criminal charges, including insurrection. Yoon's martial law order last December banned political activity, suspended press freedoms, and sparked protests, and a rare unanimous move in parliament to lift it within hours. The case remains the most serious political crisis in South Korea since democratization, with both a former president and his prime minister under investigation. Now we go back to our guest discussion with Dr. Satoru Nagao. He's a fellow at Hudson Institute, joins us live from Tokyo. Thank you, Dr. Satoru, for staying with us. Now, how might this simultaneous legal actions against both former President Yoon Suk-yeol and Prime Minister Han affect South Korea's political stability, both domestically and internationally?
Of course, former president, did not follow as a democratic process. That was a problem. What happened in December last year, the former President Yoon tried to do was a problem. So that's why continuing this issue itself is the damaging image of the South Korea's democracy. That is true. But at the same time, public opinion towards President Yoon is still divided. Nearly half of the South Koreans support him. So because of his political stance itself was not so popular in the South Korea, and so that's why the current president's support is also another half. So half and half is the current situation in the South Korea's public opinion. Under such kind of situation, the judiciary system need to deal with, of course, the law, but at the same time, in the South Korea's politics, judiciary system also care about the public opinion in the South Korea. So that's why if this cause issue is prolonged a little long for a long time, because of the change of the public opinion, it will affect decision of the court. That is a concerning point, and which direction finally they will reach is uncertain in the South Korea. This is the future of the South Korea's politics. Generally, the more judicial system has more power to decide independently, but in case of South Korea politics has more power to decide the decision of the judicial system. So that's why a little bit uncertain. The prolong means that result will be unclear. But that is the situation, I think.
And Dr. Satoru, building on that, could this be seen as a turning point in strengthening or undermining public trust in those institutions by Korean people?
It relies on the policy of the popularity of the current government, I think, because institution itself, of course, this is a matter of concern, but most important part of the South Korea's politics is politics. So that's why if the current government is quite enough popularity they get, in this case, former President Yoon cannot get the advantage and cannot recover the image. But if the current government fails, that is completely opposite. So that's why the politics decide judicial decision. That is feature of the South Korea politics, I think.
Thank you very much, Dr. Satoru Nagao, for always joining us and sharing your insight throughout our news. Thank you very much. Now we move on to our next news.